Welcome back. Even as Bengaluru was boiling over the Kaveri water dispute which brought the city to a standstill, there was one family that was deeply affected, shocked and battered in the melee. It was one of the most horrible days of their lives. What happened to this family? Why are they in a state of shock? We bring you their tale of horror. Even as Bengaluru was boiling over the Kaveri water dispute which brought the city to a standstill, there was one family that was deeply affected, shocked and battered in the melee. It was one of the most horrible days of their lives. What happened to this family? Why are they in state of shock? We bring their tale of horror. September 12th, a day that Bengaluru dreads to recall. It is indeed a black day in the history of Bengaluru. It was the day that witnessed massive riots that shocked the people. It was the agitations that turned violent over the Supreme Court remodification order that left the people of the state fuming. Several people were inconvenienced, transport was hit and curfew was imposed. Agitators resorted to extreme violence on the streets and the cops had a harrowing time in containing them. In the midst of all the chaos, there was one family that was terrified. There was an incident that happened that was affected them deeply and are unable to overcome it. Before we tell you the shocking tale, meet Ramesh and his family who are residing in Bengaluru for more than 20 years. Ramesh owns an electronics shop which he rented it out in one of the buildings in Subramanyapura near Kanakpura. Business was going on as usual for Ramesh. But on the day when violence broke out in Bengaluru, Ramesh's shop was vandalized by a few miscreants to incite violence. The damaged properties worth 65 lakh rupees and pelted the shop with stones. The miscreants didn't stop at that. They went up to other floors of the building and barged inside a house of another family. It is the family of Tirumurugan, the owner of the building, who had rented their section of the building to Ramesh. Tirumurugan is a specially abled man who lives with his wife and 2 children. That day, Tirumurugan's relatives had come home to spend some time, but little did they know that a shocker awaited them. They barged into the house at around 4 p.m. and allegedly misbehaved and molested the 17-year-old girl, who is Tirumurugan's niece. Meanwhile, terrified of what had happened to her, the girl consumed 10 pills that were prescribed for her specially abled uncle. The girl immediately had an attack of epilepsy. It was then she was rushed to Sairam Hospital by the Sub-Inspector of Subramanya Police Station, Arjun. The victims now accuse a person named Nanesh. Nanesh happens to be the owner of another shop called KR Electronics, bang opposite Ramesh Electronics. It is learned that Nanesh worked under Ramesh for 10 years, after which he decided to start his own company. The victim Ramesh now claims that hooligans under Nanesh were the people behind the horror that took place that day. They claim that they misused the Kaveri protest in order to vent out their personal grudge. Our correspondent spoke to the victims. Let's listen in.
Well, the Kaveri fury gripped Bengaluru. In fact, from 4 to 5 days, we have been witnessing a lot of violence across city. Now, during these strikes, a few of the people have been using this entire situation to vent out their personal grudge. Now, that is something that's really worse, that's really bad, because one of the entire family has been affected over here. Now, as you can see, we are walking on the 3rd floor of a building. The door of this particular house has been attacked by a few miscreants. And also, as we are walking inside, we can see the window panes completely shattered. They broke open, they pelted stones over here and broke these windows. Also, as we walk in further, the entire family is right now in a mood of shock. They're completely shocked, and also the main door of the house was also attacked over here. As you can see, the way these miscreants have broken the entire main door. Now the entire family was forced to attach another new door because they had no door to actually safeguard themselves. Now, as we are entering the house, we can see that the miscreants have actually taken the TV which was placed in this particular place. Now, as you can see, there's no TV over here. There was a huge LED screen TV which was taken by the miscreants, and also it is said that in this house they have also got a chance to make away with at least 1,25,000 rupees, and also several silver items were also taken. So that is the kind of fear that has been gripping this particular family during the Kaveri agitation. Now, here you can see in this particular locker, the entire amount was kept, at least over 1 lakh rupees was kept over here. The miscreants are also made away with that amount. So that is the kind of fear these people were going through. And right now, we have the family members of this particular family along with us. Now, let's now speak to them and ask what exactly they went through and what exactly happened. So tell us what happened, when exactly the entire issue happened.
Same it was happened on this week Tuesday. Same in my house. Nearly some 20 to 25 members have just came and they started taking the stone and they just broke my house window glass and they also took some of the big ornaments and they also broke our door and we have now fixed the and now we have fixed the new door and they have also stolen the TV and they have broken it. Same in my house, same in the lockup. Even my mother has kept 1,25,000. Even they have stolen that and they have also taken some of the silver ornaments.
So you were really afraid on that day.
Yeah, I was really afraid and I was just kept in my house cupboard.
And also we are getting to hear that they burnt the two-wheeler that you had.
Yeah, they also burned the two-wheeler that I had as my vehicle was belonging for this Tamil Nadu state premier, so that only they also burned that.
So in fact, that is the reaction. As you can see, a small boy, a 6th standard boy who was completely afraid on this particular day, and he went on to tell us that these people barged into their house, at least 20 to 25 of them barged into their house just for the sake of personal grudge.
That one incident has left the family in a state of shock and panic. They are helpless and are seeking justice. Will the perpetrators who allegedly misused the protest be booked? Padvi Deshmukh for News 9 Bengaluru.